Today we're going to draw a simple meadow wildflower bouquet together, inspired by flowers I recently photographed in my sister's flower field at her farm. You'll need some good quality paper like some watercolor paper or a thick mixed media paper, a pencil with a fine tip, a fine line pen like a Sakura of America Micron pen, I'm using a size 02, as well as a good quality eraser like this kneadable one. Now if you already saw the recipe cards I posted on Patreon the other day, this will look a bit familiar to you. For this bouquet, I'm going to use 3 different flowers, starting with the main focal flower, a long flower to add some height, and a few smaller filler flowers to add some bulk and interest. To start, I'm going to add a few smaller circles within the bigger circle we drew to indicate where the stamen of each of these will be. Later you'll see that the positioning of the stamen within the overall guide circle will change the direction of the flower and shape of the petals. Start drawing our main focal flower, which happens to be the biggest one, a cosmos bloom. Draw several small circles together clustered in tight until you fill the bulk of the circle we drew here, minus a bit of space at the bottom. Then start drawing a halo of small ovals around these circles and make sure each one of them connects back down to the grouping with a small line. Now for the petals. Cosmos have petals that are a bit thinner at the base, wide throughout the body, and have some slight dips and ridges along the outer edge. Generally, you'll find common cosmos with 8 petals, however they can have more or less. Try to aim for around 8. The petals along the bottom side of the stamen will be shorter and wider, which will help create the look that the bloom is facing slightly away from us. If you want, you can add an extra line along the edges to create the look of a fold as well. Just make sure that there are some dips or ridges along this, as this will be the outer tip of the petal folding upwards. Now let's start on the stamen of our filler flowers, coneflowers or brown-eyed Susans. Draw a ring of small, imperfect circles within the confines of the small circle we drafted in pencil. Keep adding these circles until it's filled, and then add a few extra to the middle to darken it up a bit. The petals for this variety of coneflower are shorter than some that you may have seen, so make sure they aren't longer than the petals of the Cosmo bloom and try to keep them within the circle that we drew. They can have a slightly rounded tip, and some dips or ridges are okay as well. For the top coneflower, the petals along the top edge of the circle can have an almost flat edge, and this will make it look like they're folding in or down toward the stem in the background. Repeat this same process on the last small bloom, with the backside petals much shorter with a flat edge. To add some height to this composition, we're going to draw some meadow sage. The pictures I captured of the meadow sage was when they were already into their blooming cycles, so they're quite simple to draw. We're going to add some clusters of diamond-like shapes pointing up and away from the center of each cluster. Don't worry about being too particular. Once we have a few layered in, they'll look great. Remember, when we're doing a quick drawing, try focusing on capturing the overall shapes and textures of the flowers. We're not aiming for perfect accuracy. I'm leaving small gaps between each of the clusters that I drew, and I'll eventually ink in a little bit of stem peeking through in those spaces. If you want to draw a pencil line here to help guide you, by all means do so. Repeat this a second time to fill in our height oval from the draft, following the same steps. Clusters of diamond shapes, small gaps between them, and then the stem peeking out between the groupings. The stem can extend down behind the bottom coneflower toward the top of the rectangular shape at the bottom of our draft. Add in some more stems extending from the middle or where you'd imagine the bottom side of the stamen of the flowers to be, down toward the top of the rectangular shape. I'm going to add a few horizontal lines at the base of this to look like some string tied around the stems, and then I'll continue drawing the bottom of the stems extending downward a bit. I'm keeping these stems really plain, really simple, but if you want to add some texture or different shapes to the lines, go right ahead, or even add in a few stray leaves to bulk it up a bit and add some interest. And speaking of leaves, let's add in some almost triangular shaped leaves with jagged edges extending out behind some of the blooms. Draw a long main vein running down the center of each leaf and make sure that the sides come together in a pointed tip. I want to add some balance to the left side, so I'll add another leaf coming out below the cosmos flowers here, and then let's add some of those little wispy leaves you see on a cosmos stem around the bloom for contrasting element to the heavy leaves. I'm just drawing two lines close together that curve together into a point. Before I go any further in this design, I want to get rid of the pencil lines. I just find them a little bit distracting, and I don't like drawing over top of pencil lines when it can be avoided. It actually will make your pens last longer if you're not always drawing over top of pencil. Grab your pen again, and we can add a few quick detail lines to this piece to really bring it up off the page. Start with some quick light lines extending from the stamen of the coneflower outwards toward the edges of the petals. Keep most of the lines closer to the stamen so it looks like those areas are darker than the edges, and it will help create a curved look and give dimension to the piece. Notice how most of the lines here are at the base of the petals, toward the middle, with just a few extending all the way up. For the cosmos flower, the line can extend away from the base all the way up to the tip, but try to hold your pen really lightly and create broken lines, so some of them have white space showing. If you look closely enough at cosmos petals, you will notice that they have these almost folds within them that run along the full length of the petal, so these long lines are helping to create that look. Now for the meadow sage. What you want to do here is just add a quick line or two to the base or bottom of each of the diamond shapes just to give them a bit of depth. We're going to keep the leaves in this piece really simple. For each of the leaves, draw a row of quick angled lines extending from the center vein toward the outer edge in a row. You can extend some of the lines all the way to the outer edges of the leaves, and some of the lines can fall a bit short so there's a bit of white space left behind. Again, leaving white space like this will just read as light catching in those areas and help to create dimension. When you're drawing with just pen in this simplified style, some decisions like this, like to leave a little bit of white space here or there, can really elevate the look of your drawing. Finally, add some lines running down the exposed parts of the stems on the page just to give them a bit of texture and interest so they don't look so flat on the page. And with those final strokes, we are done. A simple meadow wildflower bouquet. I hope you enjoyed following along with this, and I look forward to seeing your creations come to life.